Axis forces. The Stingray enters Axis forces slowly. Doppler alerts crew. Sir, we are entering Axis forces. They are hailing us. Open a channel directly to Ambassador Slade's office. An image of Ambassador Slade appeared on one of Coop's 4 LCD screens. Coop, how are you? Ambassador Slade asked, smiling like a salesman. I have your shit, Ambassador, said Coop. The ambassador, looking around, said in his most inside voice, "Come alone." The screen faded to black. Coop took a pod to the landing bay nearest to Ambassador Slade's office. He got himself a room and walked to the Ambassador Slade's office. When he got there, Ambassador Slade came to greet Coop at the door. Coop grabbed Ambassador Slade by the lapel and held him in the air. Ambassador Slade can see himself in Coop's black glass mask. So strong, Ambassador Slade couldn't do anything but hold on. Your Rangers shot my arm off. What the hell were your Rangers doing on Earth, Ambassador Slade? This was supposed to be top secret, asshole. And by the way, my arm was made of titanium alloy. The only thing that can go through that is an energy pellet. If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were trying to kill me, said Coop in a threatening voice. Coop, baby, friendly fire, what can I say? Did you talk to Braxton yet? Ambassador Slade asked with fear and suspicion in his voice. No, said Coop. Good. Are the Mindbender and the Mindbender generator intact? Ambassador Slade asked as he straightened out his lapel. Here's your shit. Now give me my money. You cheap motherfucking bastard, said Coop. That guy seemed bugged. I better watch my back. Coop walked back to his room, looking over his shoulders. There is a cyborg guard in front of Coop's door, and 3 more are following him to his room. One of them had a pair of shackles in his hand. Coop didn't like the looks of this. He walked up to the guard in front of his door and punched him so hard his mask broke. His blaster came out as he punched in the codes for his room. He pulled his weapon and started firing over the heads of the guards. The guards fired back. Coop got into his room. The door closed and locked behind him. He got Braxton on the wide screen. Braxton spoke, asking, "Mission complete?" Yes, said Coop. What about Rico? Braxton asked. Escape, says Coop. Shit. That's okay, so long as the Mindbender and the Mindbender generator are intact, said Braxton. As we speak, Ambassador Slade is trying to detain me for reprogramming, said Coop. Just sit tight. Lead him to me, said Braxton. Sir. Yes, sir, said Coop. By the way, did you take a CP1 unit? Braxton asked. No, sir, said Coop. Good, said Braxton. And half an hour later, Coop walked out of his room while two cyborg guards stood guard. One of the guards spoke out loud. He gets on my nerves. I mean, who does he think he is? He passed us and didn't give us the sign. Fucking ass kisser, said the other one. That's a cybernetic unit police E-32. He still has a human brain, an old human brain. Ill. As Coop got to the landing dock where his pod was being kept at the Tool and Fuel, you'll find one at every spaceport. He was almost to his pod when an announcement came over the intercom. Attention all access guards. Cybernetic Unit Police E-32 is to be detained at once. His ship and his crew as well. This is Ambassador Slade. Two guards came from behind with their guns drawn. Hold it right there, said one of the guards. Okay, fellas, don't shoot, Coop said with his hands up. Coop thought to himself, this shit is getting played. Coop allowed the guards to get close enough to allow them to think he is going along quietly. One guard started to read Coop his rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be held against you in the court of law. You have the right to when all of a sudden Coop turned on them, lifting one of them over his head and side-kicking the other one off his feet. When the first one tried to get up to reach for his gun, Coop grabbed him and threw the guard to the wall. He hit the wall upside down, hitting his head on the floor. Coop got into his pod and flew off the platform. As Coop arrived at the ship, Blockhead and Sergeant Jack was talking in their quarters. Blockhead, would you look at this shit? What the hell is this? Asked Sergeant Jack. Well, Jack, it would seem we are under arrest, said Blockhead, as they continued to watch the news on the monitors as their lives was displayed on air. The news was all about them. Reverse heading. Warp factor 3.6. Engage. Coop shouted to the crew. Ship bucked and started to accelerate until it found a clearance and took off. Let's go. Get CP1 and 42, Coop said to himself. He sat up in his seat and started to record, and Update of the ship's data log. Galactic date 8691.23. Mission complete. We are on our way home and we have two guests to drop off in the Delirious quarters. He looks up, out the big window into deep space and all the stars. The ship suffered heavy damage during an attack by a band of space pirates. I feel the training is going well. Coop out. Coop opened a comm to Tayu's instrument panel. Tayu, ETA, 8 hours at warp 3.6, said Tayu. Make it warp 4. Doppler, yes sir. CP1 signal. Find them. Sir, yes sir. Sir, may I make a suggestion? Tayu asked, raising his hand. No, said Coop, and continued giving orders. Maxwell, yes sir. Maxwell responded, take over. I will see about our guests and go to the bathroom. Coop then left the bridge.